Hello and welcome back to another episode of Bantz with Lawrencia. How are you all doing? I hope you're doing great. Today's episode is once again sponsored by DDBC's wigs. Now this is a 12-inch 5x5 glueless wig. Now get in touch with us and we get you sorted. We sell wholesale and retail. Now let's just dive into today's episode, because I will start by saying that all animals are equal, but some animals are more equal than the others. That is George Orwell, 1984 novel. And if you've not read that book, I'll tell you to go and read it, because you will know that this was not spoiled before. It's not just now. Now, the situation of Tinubu's fake certificate saga, it's disgracing Nigeria in the international scene. It's ridiculous that our president, the president-elect, is allowing this whole thing linger for a very long time. He hasn't addressed the nation. Alhaji Atiku Abubakar has now petitioned the Supreme Court to allow that into evidence. It's just crazy. Now let's go back to when Tinubu was running for governorship election in Lagos State. According to reports, he submitted a questionable secondary school certificate, primary school certificate, NYSC certificate. I mean, fake, but let's just say questionable certificate. So he submitted all these things, and a university certificate also that was questionable. So that went on for a very long time. The judiciary turned blind eyes. Everybody turned blind eyes. The court system turned blind eyes, because this guy has money. He bought everybody over, allegedly. And then the human rights lawyer, Gani, lost his life, and the whole thing died down. Now, all of a sudden, Tinubu decided to be the president of Nigeria, started running. That case came up again during the whole campaign and everything. Even Gistlover ran a whole series on the whole thing about identity theft, about his shady dealings in the US and everything. But INEC turned blind eyes. The judiciary turned blind eyes. Everybody decided, you know what? Let's just allow this man run. When he was submitting the documents, he submitted a Chicago State University degree or a diploma. And then that was what he did not submit. You know, when he was running for governor, he submitted secondary, primary, and another university certificate, which was disputed at that time. So strategically, he left all those ones out and submitted a Chicago State University certificate. And people were thinking there's no way this man is going to win, there's no way he's going to be the president of Nigeria. But Emilokon, he was like, you know what, it's either by hook or by crook, I am going to be the president of Nigeria. He allegedly won at the poll. They gave him a certificate and he became the president of Nigeria. He was sworn in and everything. Now, Alhaji Atiku Abubakar, we have to give this man his flowers, because don't make Alhaji Atiku Abubakar your enemy, because this man is going to go through hell and high waters to prove. I think right now it's not even about him becoming the president. It's just about him unraveling the whole mystery behind President Tinubu. Alhaji Atiku Abubakar was questioning the certificates and everything. Nigerian judiciary system ignored him and everything. He had to go to the US, went to court. They petitioned the school to release the whole document. Our president, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, was countering the whole thing, saying that he doesn't want those documents released because it's going to be detrimental to him. People are wondering, you said you had the certificate, the school issued you a certificate, you have transcripts and everything. Why is that now an issue? Anyway, the judge in the US granted Atiku Abubakar access to everything, and the revelation was shocking. First of all, the school said they never issued Tinubu the certificate he submitted to INEC, but he actually registered to study in the school. Now, according to the document, when he enrolled in the school, he was supposed to, because in any English-speaking country, you must have a certificate or a qualification in English or something like that. Even in the UK here, if you want to become a citizen, you have to take IELTS or life in the UK test, or like English based something to prove that you know English. And from the results that the secondary school results he submitted, which was questionable, when he graduated from that school, the school was not even in existence. That was the document he submitted, and that one did not have English. So they told him to, according to court documents, to go and sit for an English exam or qualification and then bring it to them. Now, there was no record that our president actually did that, and which actually may have resulted to him not graduating. Yes, he attended the school, he attended lectures, he was in their yearbook, but there was no certificate of him ever graduating. Now they have transcripts. I mean, if you have attended lectures and everything, obviously you're going to have transcripts. But the certificate in question that he actually submitted to INEC was not from the school. Basically fake. Now, a whole lot of people have been analyzing this thing. APC, town criers, they've been talking about it.
One thing Nigerians need to know is that in that certificate, because it's ceremonial, you even have the right to redesign it to your own taste. That is the truth. What is important is the transcript.
Redesign it to your own taste.
Absolutely. You can Google it. It's out there. They advertise it out there in the US. If you have lost your certificate, we can get it back for you.
Then there was this analogy online by Dr. Fumilayo, who gave kind of a scenario. He was acting Nigerian police. He tagged them and said, listen, I am in Abuja. Let's take, for instance, I was in Abuja. I went into Mercedes dealership, bought a car, paid for it, and then moved to Port Harcourt. But on getting to Port Harcourt, something happened. I lost all my documents, and yes, I bought this car and I paid for it. But instead of going to Mercedes to issue me a replacement of those documents, I went to Oluwole to create fake documents. Yes, this car, I actually paid for it, I bought it and everything, but instead of going to get a replacement document, I forged the car document. Now, driving on the streets, the police stopped you and said, okay, where's your license and registration and everything? He brought out those documents, and the police realized that the document he brought out was fake. He was not asking the police, are you going to arrest me? Knowing that I actually bought this car. I paid for this car in Abuja, but because I lost the document, I got a fake one. The police was quick to come back and say, yes, obviously that is a fake document. Why are you even asking that question? You would be arrested and all that. So the Nigerian police have actually solved this issue, but because the person in question is the #1 citizen of Nigeria at the moment, they are mute. Although the police PRO deleted the whole comment when he realized he just walked into a trap, but the tweet is there for everybody to see. Now there's also an analogy where somebody said, police stopped a guy driving a car, and he said, license and registration. He brought out his license, and the policeman told him, this license is fake. The man said, no, I went to driving school, I passed driving school with flying colors. I just wanted a license quickly. So instead of waiting for the rights authority to issue me the license, I got a fake license. But because I actually did the test, passed the test, you shouldn't be penalizing me for using a fake license to drive. So you could see how this whole thing is playing out. Everybody knows it's not even about moral, because people are saying, oh, it's not fake. The certificate is not fake, especially APC people.
Where's the primary?
I just explained that to you now.
So you're saying to us that he didn't go to a primary school? Is that what you're saying?
In those days, you don't have to go. You don't have to. You read and pass GC from home. Great men do.
What? Secondary school?
That's secondary school. That's GC now.
Man! What type of plane is this?
Yeah.
Yes, they pass it from home. Yes, great men do. It is fact, it is one of the virtues that you use to know great men.
Hey!
That they read from home. They read and dug in and burnt the midnight oil from home.
Shut up. Shut up.
Like, every document that was submitted to Chicago State University was questionable, because the NYSC that he did in Nigeria had Bola Adekunle Tinubu. So who is Adekunle when he's Bola Ahmed Tinubu? So it's just ridiculous that at this point, where as we are the most educated black nation in the world, and we are having a president who, the certificate, like every certificate is in question. The date of birth are in question. Everything is in question. But we want to sit down and be like, everybody is explaining their way out of it. We have lawyers working overtime, trying to create mountain out. And our president is sitting down and not even addressing the nation. A lawyer actually summarized the whole certificate saga. Just watch this video and listen to what he has to say.
Called Bola A. Tinubu was admitted in Chicago State University in 1977. Now, with respect to whether or not Chicago State University issued a diploma to such a student in 1977, the registrar said no.
That's what he said?
Yes, that's exactly what he said. Because when Atiku's lawyers drew his attention that, have you ever seen a copy of this certificate that Tinubu presented to INEC in Nigeria as a qualifying certificate to contest election, his answer was, I have only seen this certificate in the course of the proceedings in Nigeria. It is not on our records in Chicago State University. And we cannot certify that we issued this certificate. And that is true. Because if you look at the documents released to Atiku, particularly document 0026, it speaks volumes as to whether or not that said Bola A. Tinubu actually graduated from Chicago State University. And why do I say so? Because the document says the student failed English and is required to go back and sit for English 222. And there is no further record to show that Bola A. Tinubu went back to sit for that particular course, which was a requirement, a condition precedent for admission into Chicago State University. Mind you, the Bola A. Tinubu, who in one instance is female, in another instance is male, what was presented as the qualifying certificate for admission into Chicago State University was a GCE certificate purportedly obtained from Government College in 1970. And Government College Lagos, which is supposed to be the issuer of that same certificate, was not in existence up until 1974. And if you look at the subjects that are contained on the GCE certificate, it was physics, chemistry, and biology. There was no mathematics and there was no English. And the requirements for you to graduate from Chicago State University is that you must have a credit in English and in mathematics. So if you look at the deposition documents, particularly document 0017, document 0026, document 0027, document 0028, document 0029, and document 0032. They speak volume about the said Bola A. Tinubu, who was supposed to have been a student of Chicago State University, but who never qualified to be issued a certificate because he never graduated from the university. It is possible for a student to go to a school because education is a process. Now, you get admitted, you undertake lectures, you write exams, you do for higher education, you do something like maybe a long essay or a project or a thesis or a dissertation. Upon the completion of all of this, if you have passed every subject, then you're issued with a certificate evidencing the fact that you were a graduate of this university. Now, in 1979, no certificate was issued
At
to
that
any
time?
Bola A. Tinubu.
No certificate.
That's what the registrar says. That's what they said. No certificate was issued.
Now you can see that Nigeria, we have a long way to go. We have a very long way to go. I remember when Tinubu went to Chatham House, they were asking him questions. He nominated people to answer the questions, and people were like, hey, you say you graduated from Chicago State University, they issued you a certificate. Why can't you, and you're running for the president of Nigeria, but you're nominating people to answer the questions. I remember when that went viral and people were like questioning his intellectual abilities, but they said, he can nominate anybody to answer the question. What is it? People should leave him alone. Like, this is what we have turned ourselves into. FBI, they are not even threatening to release documents on Tinubu. This is not ending anytime soon. And people are calling for his resignation. But this man, Emiloko, I don't even think it is registering to APC. Or let's even forget about Tinubu. Let's talk about the party. All these people are seeing all these things flying around, him not even addressing the whole situation, and people are just sitting down, still defending the indefensible. What do you have to say about somebody who the primary school certificate is in question? Nobody has come out to say, I went to primary school with this person or secondary school with this person. But let's even say, okay, you said you went to secondary school. Let's say all your school members are dead. Okay, fine. Now, the certificate you brought, you submitted to Chicago State University, the secondary school you went to, you graduated 4 years before that secondary school started. This is black and white documents. The NYSC certificate you submitted had Adekunle and you are Ahmed. The date of birth is 2 years. Like, what are we even talking about? Chicago State University has said they did not issue this certificate to you. What does that mean? If that they did not issue certificate to you, where did you get your certificate from? That is forgery. But, people are saying, oh, that's not part of the constitution. This, that. It's a shame. It's a shame. Anyway, I'm going to be bringing you updates based on this topic because we are getting to the nitty-gritty of the matter. Thank you very much for watching today's episode. Please like, and share. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.